Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Let's Play. In this episode, I'm going to quickly show you a highlight reel of my trip down to the Grand Underground, where I was intending on leveling up our team, particularly the new members Gabite and Sneasel, to try and get them in line with the rest of our team. During that, we also caught a few Pokemon and found some interesting items. So I'll just show you a quick highlight reel of that. And then I'll carry on with the story. We're going to then complete the Snowpoint City Gym and then go to Lake Acuity and see what Team Galactic are doing up there. So, to begin with, we're just leveling up normally. You see I've switched some of the members of my team around, intention being that we've already got quite over-leveled main team members. I don't want to put too much experience into those. So I swapped out for a couple of Pokemon that we could evolve and get something new, just like Magnemite here, which after a little while it did level up and we ended up with a Magneton. Now I won't be using Magneton in my team, obviously, as we have Electivire, who's doing a magnificent job as our electric type. But nonetheless, Magneton is strong and it'll be useful when we get our national Pokedex. If you guys are looking for an electric type, you could do a lot worse than Magneton, or more specifically, its evolved form, Magnezone, which can be very, very strong. Mine here, however, has a less than ideal nature of increased attack and lower special defense, which is not ideal. So yeah, the next thing we find, now we've got to Snowpoint City, we're finding a lot more of these ice-type caves. And within here we find a Swinub. So Swinub is a very, very useful Pokemon, in the sense that its final evolution is quite strong. So Swinub evolves into Piloswine at level 33. Piloswine can then evolve into a Pokemon called Mamoswine once it has reached... once it has leveled up, whilst it has the move Ancient Power. So a rather unique evolution there. Mamoswine is quite strong. It has high base HP at 110, very high base attack with 130, and decent defense and speed with 80. Its special defense and special attack are pretty average, but as a physical attacker, it's very strong. And as an ice and ground type, it has a rather unique typing. So the next Pokemon we find whilst running around in the ice caves is this, which is a Snorunt. Thankfully for us, the Snorunt, I believe, is female. Snorunt being female is important because all Snorunt will evolve into the Pokemon Glalie at level 42, but you can only obtain the evolved form called Frostlass from a female Snorunt, and you get that by exposing Snorunt to a Dawnstone. We do actually find a Dawnstone not far further in the story, so Frostlass could be an option, and we could definitely add it to our Pokedex if we wanted to. This one here has a pretty average nature of docile, which doesn't increase or decrease any of its stats. But Frostlass won't be a Pokemon that we look to use, as it has pretty mediocre stats. It's got kind of average HP, attack, defense, special attack, and defense, all around the 70 to 80 range, and then it has high speed at 110. But this isn't a Pokemon I would look to use. The only good thing about it is it has quite a unique typing, and it is an Ice and Ghost type. And now you see here, whilst running around mining in the Grand Underground, our egg finally hatched. So we now have a Riolu, which is the baby form of Lucario. I don't know how much longer it will stay in our team for, so we may not get to the point where it's Lucario unless we specifically try to level it up. But yeah, still handy to have. And then while mining in the wall, we do find another skull fossil. I think that's the third one we found now. So we can now get Cranidos and trade it potentially for a Shieldon if someone with Pokemon Shining Pearl has a Shieldon. But for now, we're just going to let that go. And within the gorgeous stone box, we do get a large Tangrowth statue, which would be useful if we're looking to obtain grass-type Pokemon in the future. Now, whilst running around the Ice-type areas of the Grand Underground, we do actually find the evolved form of Snorunt that I was talking about earlier. So this is Galali, or Galali, which is a strong-ish Ice-type Pokemon. So it evolves from Snorunt at level 42 and is a pure Ice-type. Stats-wise, it's not much better or worse than Frostlass. It's got base 80 in all stats, so it's kind of mediocre all the way around. Not something I'll be looking to use, but as we haven't caught one before, we'll definitely be catching it. Which we do pretty easily, courtesy of Drapion's Cross Poison. We re-added him to the team for the means of capturing Pokemon. Now, whilst we're down here, we are battling against lots of these Pachirisus with our Gabite. The reason being that Pachirisu is useful for EV training on Gabite, as I'm trying to increase its speed. So when you defeat a Pachirisu, you gain +1 EV to your speed stat. So I'm just going to keep beating these Pachirisus to try and get Gabite's speed up to the maximum. And then I'm also battling Shinx, so I get EV boosts to his attack. So this should mean that he has extremely good attack and speed by the end of this. I'm not too sure on what his IVs are, but I'm just doing what I can with the EVs for now. Now we've done that, we can return to the Pokemon Center and carry on and go to the Snowpoint Gym. If you like what you've seen so far, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be alerted every single time I upload. I'm trying to get these out at least 3 times a week, aiming for daily at 1 PM. I am also releasing Warzone content, so stay tuned and I hope you enjoy everything that you see. So here we are, the Snowpoint City Gym. So the way that this works is you have to slide across the ice to try and smash all of these snowballs, so you can then clear the middle path to run through and get to the gym leader. However, there did used to be a bug where if you did this slide here, I'm not sure if it's still there, I'll try, not this time. But if you slid directly across, the game developers forgot that you can run diagonally. So if you could get your character to run in that northeast diagonal line, you would just slide across and then instantly run diagonally up onto the stairs. Looks as though they've now fixed that though, thankfully, so we'll have to go through this properly. Now, of course, with this gym being an ice-type gym, you'll definitely do well if you just lead your team with a fire type. In my case, I have fire and fighting type in Infernape, so he's super effective in 2 different ways against the ice-type Pokemon. But if you have any kind of fire or fighting type, definitely chuck it in your team, stick it at the front, and you should breeze this gym with little to no effort. So, that's the first trainer defeated. Infernape's going to pretty much whitewash all of this, I think. I'm going to give this one more go, see if I can do this diagonal run thing. No, not going to work. So let's just have a slide around, see how we get back. So what you have to do is you have to try and get up on the raised platforms, build a bit of speed by sliding down a ledge. And then what will happen is when you slide through those snowballs, they will be destroyed. So you saw what we did on this left-hand side. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We now have to do the same on the right-hand side. You can see we can't go straight down the middle. Didn't mean to do that. So you can't go straight down the middle as the paths slow you down, so you don't get enough speed to destroy the stuff in the middle. So we've destroyed the left, now we're going to come straight back, go across, and we'll destroy the right hand side as well. Now we need to work out how to destroy these 2 in front of the stairs, and also the 3 in the middle that we have to hit from the sides. First up though, we're going to face this trainer here, who's Ace Trainer Savannah. She's going to open actually with a Pelipper. So this could be something of an issue for Infernape. Of course, being a water type and a flying type, so super effective in 2 different ways. And of course it uses Drizzle as well, which is not ideal as it weakens fire type moves. So we're just going to switch out. We're going to swap across to Electivire, who's super effective, in fact quadruple effective. And that move did next to no damage, so we can just go straight in with a Thunder Punch, and Pelipper should be taken down. Second Pokemon is a Golduck. Golduck being water type means that we're just going to leave out Electivire for the easy one hit. And then Ace Trainer Savannah's final Pokemon, after we've got all this experience, is going to be a Steelix. So we're just going to switch back to Infernape. Actually, we're going to switch to Gabite in order to use the ground typing against Steelix. Try and get Gabite some experience. So Gabite evolves into Garchomp at level 48. So I'm just trying to get as much experience as possible into Gabite to try and level him up quickly. Now, due to being Dragon types usually take a lot more experience to level up compared to other types. So they can be difficult to train. So that's why I'm trying to get as much as possible into Gabite as quickly as possible, so he doesn't fall behind in levels. And that's Steelix taken out. That trainer was a little bit unorthodox for the Ice-type gym. The rest should be more standard, or at least the majority. So now that we've defeated Ace Trainer Savannah, we can just go straight across to here and get to this little back left corner. We will have to fight off against this trainer. So this gym trainer here, this is Ace Trainer Alicia, who uses 2 Pokemon. The first one up is a Sneasel, which of course we've now added to our team, which is Dark and Ice type, so fighting type is 4 times effective, or at least double super effective. We're just going to use a Flame Wheel anyway, I don't think it matters, anything is super effective. And it's such a low level compared to us with pretty low defense, we'll take it out simply. Now, Ace Trainer Alicia's second Pokemon is a Tentacruel, so we're going to send out Electivire to of course counter that water typing. Tentacruel is a Pokemon we haven't picked up yet, but we could have done so if we decided to find it while surfing around. And we've now defeated Ace Trainer Alicia. Now I'm going to surf down here and face off against this trainer too. We're just going to try and get as much experience as possible from this gym rather than running straight through it. So this is Ace Trainer Brenna, who has a single Pokemon, which is a Snova. So of course Infernape will take this down with one hit, easy peasy. Now we've defeated Ace Trainer Brenna, we can just skid directly across to the right, and that takes out the top of these middle section snowballs, so that's one of the 3 taken care of. In doing so, we do have to face off against this trainer here with his Quagsire. He only uses 1 Pokemon, and it's a Quagsire. course, this is super effective against Infernape, but we don't have a grass type to use against it, so I'm just going to have to stick with Infernape. I'll just use a close combat to guarantee the one-hit KO, so I don't take any damage from the water type move. So back to the skating, we're just going to skate up to the north, go to the right, back down, and this will take us right back to the beginning where we'll start again and try and target another one. So if we skate around to this right hand side, head up to where we fought this trainer, there we go, head up just past her. You see we can surf down this way, which ends up on this little panel, and if we surf to the left we then take out the bottom of those snowballs, and then if we just go one space north and onto the patch which stops us, we can then go right again and destroy the last of those middle snowballs. So that leaves us with the one in front of the stairs just there, and then two also in front of the stairs to the left. So as you see there, I scooted all the way across, went down one square and then scooted to the left, and that slide took out the first of the snowballs, so that leaves two remaining. So now we've done that, if you come to these bottom left stairs, if you just keep going north on the right hand side you get to here, and if you skid across you take out the first of the stair snowballs. So now we're left with just this last one. In order to do that, we need to get to that northern area, northeast area. If we scoot all the way across here, we can get across to where this trainer is. Keep scooting along, come down, and then go down again, and we'll end up at the top of this snowball here. And if we skid across, we'll smash that snowball. So that's all of the snowballs now out of our way. We can now head back to the beginning and just go straight down the middle path, and we'll get straight to the gym leader for our 7th gym challenge. So this is Candice. She says she's tough because she knows how to focus. Pokemon, fashion, romance, it's all about focus. I'll show you just what I mean. Get ready to lose. Now I imagine this won't be the most challenging of gym challenges, especially if you have a fire type. The levels that Candice has are not much higher than the previous gym leaders, and of course we've had a lot of trainer battles in between that, so we will have leveled up a lot heavier than she has. The only thing to watch for is that the Snowver that she sends out first does turn the weather to hail, so it can chip away at your Pokemon's health. But first up, we're going to go with the Flame Wheel, as that is double super effective against the Ice and Grass type Snowver. We're going to take a little bit of damage from the hail, as I said. Second Pokemon is going to be a Sneasel, so once again we can just stick with our fire type. An interesting thing on Sneasel, you'll notice on the top of his head there's a little feather. If it's a female, the feather is small. If it's a male Sneasel, the feather is quite large. So that's just an interesting thing to note, is that there's a difference between the two gender sprites. So once again, Sneasel taken down. It did have a berry which it ate, which reduced the damage to be taken from a super effective move, but unfortunately it didn't reduce it by enough, and Inferno still one-hit KO'd. The third Pokemon which Candice uses is something slightly outside the box of her usual ice types. It uses a Medicham, so Psychic and Fighting type. Level 40 as well, so they've started breaking the level 40 barrier. And then her last Pokemon is the evolved form of Snover, so the grass and ice type Pokemon Abomasnow. Of course, if you've still got a fire type Pokemon out, this is going to be an absolute cakewalk, which it will be for us. We're just going to use Flare Blitz to make sure we get the one-hit KO. Abomasnow is quite defensive, in the same sort of mold of like Steelix, etc. So if you use a physical based move on it, make sure it does a lot of damage, which Flareblitz does, and takes it down in one hit. And that is an easy peasy badge for us. Probably one of our easiest, to be honest, since the early gyms. Wow, you're great. You've earned my respect. I think your focus bowled us over today. Alright, I'm supposed to give you this. And there it is, there's badge number 7. We received the Icicle badge from Candice. The Icicle badge I just gave you. Because you have it, you can use the hidden move Rock Climb from your Pokétch. Oh, and take these too. So we obtain some stickers. And we also obtain some TM72s. So TM72 is for the move Avalanche. If you take damage before you use the move Avalanche, the attack will do double damage. So it can be quite a strong ice type move. It's also a physical based ice move. So now we can also use the hidden machine Rock Climb. In the next episode, I will show you some interesting new places that you can visit and some new items and new trainers you can face using the newly obtained Rock Climb in routes we've previously visited. So you'll be able to see some interesting new stuff. But again, I won't do that until the next episode. And for now, we're going to go to the Acuity Lakefront, where of course previously Team Galactic was blocking off the entrance. Now if you want, go to the Pokemon, maybe pick up some items. There will be a couple of battles to do at the Acuity Lakefront, but for now we're just going to head straight over. So of course there's a couple of grass squares for us to run through, so be aware we could encounter some wild Pokemon. We'll try and avoid it, which I think we've mainly managed to do so. Yep, there we go, and you can see the 2 Galactic guards now are out of the way. So we're now able to get to the Acuity Lakefront. Ah! You're not getting away with this, Team Galactic. Oh, are you finished already? Your Pokemon aren't bad, but you're laughably weak. You honestly thought you could save the Pokemon of the lake and become the Pokemon champion? Dream on, little kid. But it's so cold here. Let's go back to the Veilstone HQ. Oh, don't I know you? We met in Eterna City. Listen, Team Galactic is going to do something huge for everyone's sake. That's why you should keep out of Team Galactic's way. Don't come whining about poor Pokemon and other trivial junk like that. Don't waste your time coming to our HQ in Veilstone. Now, if you excuse me. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't do anything against Team Galactic. That Pokemon called Uxie, it was suffering. I'm going to get tougher. It's not about winning or losing. That's not good enough. I have to be stronger. So I was slightly wrong. There wasn't a battle here, so the battles will be coming up though in the Veilstone HQ, which is, as hinted, our next place. So you'll see the cave is now opened in the middle of the lake. There's no point us going in there as there aren't any items in there at the minute. Or there's no Pokemon in there rather, as they've been taken by Team Galactic. But if you surf across to the northeast side of the lake, you come up here and you'll see in this little cover here, there is a Pokeball. And if you pick it up, you'll find TM14, which is for the move Blizzard. A powerful, special-based ice move. There is, of course, patches of grass too, but the Pokemon available in here are no different to what you can find on the rest of the route outside, so there's nothing new for us to find. On the water, however, there is one new Pokemon to be found here. So if we surf around a little bit, hopefully we can find it. And here we go. So the new Pokemon available on this route is Golduck. So Golduck is the evolved form of Psyduck. It's a pure water type with pretty mediocre stats across the board, ranging from 78 up to 95, its strongest stat being special attack. It's not the worst Pokemon you'll ever see, with a total of 500 on its base stats, but equally it hasn't really got any focus on a specific area, which makes it not that useful overall. Either way, we're still going to catch it for our Pokedex. Proving somewhat tricky to catch here and doing quite a lot of damage to our Infernape. Of course, using Amnesia continues to raise its special defense, which doesn't make a difference in regards to the damage we're doing, as of course we're not going to do any more damage. However, it does make it more difficult to catch the higher its defenses are, and it's already proving troublesome. So there we go, finally we managed to catch it. And that's Golduck added into our Pokedex. So, Golduck. This Pokemon lives in lakes. It swims faster than any world-class swimmer. Worth noting that Golduck was 5'7". It's pretty tall. It's probably the height of your average female woman, so that's pretty tall for a duck anyway. So now we've done everything we can at Acuity Lakefront. The rest of our journey is going to continue in Veilstone City. However, that will be in the next episode, so I really hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please drop a like, please comment and let me know what else you think I should improve, and please subscribe to see all the future episodes. Anyway, I hope you have a really, really nice day.